I'm a okay, it's
Sorry.
recording, so I guess that's
Yeah.
okay. Okay, so CRM, I'm looking for a CRM. And actually, I think Jim Liu. Jim Liu mentioned you also
Yeah.
about, like I was looking for CRM, and then he mentioned to me that, hey, maybe check with Perry because you
Yeah.
have an awesome app, so software.
Mhm.
So, and that's the reason why I'm here to take a look and see how that one works. I don't have a CRM yet. I'm a real estate broker,
Uh-huh.
and I'm like him, I still use Excel
Okay.
spreadsheets. So
Okay.
basically just manually doing it, checking all my leads manually and everything. It's time consuming. Sometimes it's
It is.
really,
Yeah.
yeah, sometimes
And
it's tiring.
and then do you have a website now that you can put the CRM on? No. Okay.
No, not
Do
yet.
you plan
Yeah.
to create a website?
Yeah, I do. I actually, with my real estate um website, I paid something, but I didn't use it yet because I'm not really a tech savvy, so I have
Uh,
to I have someone hold my hands and then help.
that's great. That's great.
Yeah.
Cool. Welcome everyone.
Mm.
Hi Paul.
Hello.
Hi Lee and Marcus and Kim. Maybe Paul, you can do a quick intro of why do you need a CRM?
Well, I think because I'm not that organized, ba- basically,
Yeah. And what's your syndication journey so far?
I'm just starting out.
Gotcha. And also, do you have a website now that you
No,
can?
I do not.
I
No.
see. Got it. So, where do you keep track of your investors now? In a Google spreadsheet or just almost in your head right now, in your contact, in your phone book?
I use paper.
I see. Gotcha. Okay. Okay. Very good. How about others? Maybe Nian, you can do a quick intro. Hmm.
Oh, me?
Hmm.
My name is Naeem. I live in San Francisco.
Okay.
So recently I just started heavily focusing on capital raising
Yeah.
through social media and then content creation. Also, I signed up with, I think, Engager AI
Yeah.
for my website and CRM, everything on. I think I chosen my domain, but I haven't started working with them, which is unfortunate. I just didn't have time. So that's going to be my next step. Give them my domain, give them whatever they need, and then get the website on and running. Um, I think that's where I am right now. Yeah,
Gotcha. Gotcha. Awesome. Welcome. Cool.
thank you.
Cool. Awesome. And then maybe Kim, wanna give a quick intro?
Hi, sorry. Yeah, I used to be with a team and we had a CRM, but the team dissolved.
Uh,
So I need to find another um, way to keep track.
what team? What CRM were they using before?
Um,
Hmm.
Portal. Um, I forget what it was called. I can
Hmm.
remember give me a sec. I've
Yeah.
been sick, so my brain is not working quite right. Um, I can't remember. Anyway,
Mhm.
it was it it worked okay, but it was not my favorite. So
Ah,
I'm open to other options.
I see. Gotcha. Gotcha. Awesome. Cool. So we have like a whole spectrum of experience here. So let me share my screen. Um, I know you come here. So a lot of the avatars that need a CRM are the folks who are just starting out. So my background is I was a software engineer. I live in Seattle, and I became a general partner or syndicator. I syndicated 4 syndications across 4 properties and 1,000+ units, raised about $25 million. And I was using Mailchimp, and then I started using HubSpot. Um, but the problem with using any CRM is that eventually you need an investor portal for your investors to sign documents. And so what happens with our customers is that their portal is separated from their CRM. And so that creates a cognitive dissonance where you are capturing the leads in one area. So they're putting in their information. And then once you have a deal, you want them to send them to a deal room where they can subscribe with all their documents. So you know a lot of information about them, even their birthday and so on during that process. But then how do you trickle that information back to your CRM? You can't. So that's one problem, especially with sensitive information. And then the synchronization of the two products, of two tools that you use is gonna be out of whack. So the way to solve that problem is that once you start raising money and you have an investor portal, you can use something called Zapier that can sync between the two. But that's cumbersome to set up. That's very brittle. Things change. Not all CRM support it. The other way is for CashFlow Portal, who is an investor portal, to build our own CRM. Okay, and so that's the benefit of it. Now, the con, quote unquote. So, what are some of the differences between the CRM? So, let me just kind of go to the CRM part. So, what do we support in terms of our CRM? And so I have a lot of kind of equity raising experience. The short answer is to raise for your very first deal, you don't need you actually don't need a that robust CRM. Let me just talk about the CRM market. There are tools that you can get started for free, which is what we fall under. And then there are tools that you are paying like $1,500 a month. So that's like $15,000 a year. That is for enterprise to coordinate their sales team, right? You need to track every pixel that any person has ever joined. So that's HubSpot and Salesforce. Those are the top tiers. And then there's the kind of the people who are just getting started. And that's kind of the MailChimp Active Campaign of the world. Okay, so those are the two tiers. In my opinion, you kind of want to choose the first one, and that can kind of grow with you as you scale. There are other, a lot of these platforms that are built on top of Go High Level, and that's fine. That's totally fine. But again, it will have the problem that it doesn't integrate into an investor portal. Okay, so we pride ourselves on having a CRM that is free to get started. Our team will actually help you put the lead capture forms on your website. So once you have a website, you can give us your login. We'll go in and we'll integrate your website with our CRM. And so what happens is that the investors will come in, they will put their information to get a free ebook that automatically get inserted into a drip campaign, which is a list of emails they're gonna see over the next 14 days. Separately, any other leads on social media, we also have a marketplace that you can get additional investors. Those investors, when they connect with them on this marketplace, they also will be dropped into our CRM. From that CRM, it's a click of a button to send them updates as well as any marketing emails should you have a deal. And so that's automatic because it's integrated with the investor portal. Obviously, you can track who has opened it, who has not opened it, but it becomes really differentiated when you have a deal. When you have a deal, we have a set of templates that you can send to them. Say, hey, we got a deal. And the precise language of having a deal and what you like about the deal are actually templates in our CRM because we are very investor portal heavy, right? We're like, we're under contract. We just do our due diligence. We just open up the subscription. Here are the instructions on how to subscribe to the deal. We are 50% subscribed. We are 85% subscribed. The last push, please refer your friends to join this deal. And then we are oversubscribed and then we close. All of those templates came from the collective experience of our customers. So right now we have 700 general partners and about 40,000 LPs on the platform, and raise about $5 billion of equity for our customers. So the messages are gonna be super tailored for the general partners and the fund managers. And best of all, it's free to get started. So I can give a quick demo and then I can kind of talk about how everything is integrated. Okay. So if you have your own CRM, you can absolutely use it. But if you want to use our CRM, we 100% welcome, and that's the right way to do it if you're just starting out, and our team will help you set it up. So if you use your own CRM, then yes, you can integrate with CashFlow portal once you start raising money through Zapier. And this will cost about $149 all the way to $499, sometimes even more, right? And your investor portal and your CRM data will be fragmented. You also have to pay for Zapier if you want the synchronization, not to mention the work you have to do to synchronize them, okay? And so you just have basically two systems that you live with. If you use CashFlow portal, then it's a centralized source of all your LP data, right? You can get started for free. So the free plan allows you to have a lead capture form. The free plan also allows you to have unlimited contacts. It also allows you to send up to 200 emails a month. So if you have less than 200 emails a month, or 200 investors to start with, it's actually free to use. Okay. Once you want to send more than 200 emails a month, then it's $49 per month, which is very, very reasonable. Okay. Now, I mentioned this, you have custom templates for emails for real estate syndications, right? So you can say, I'll go over all of this. Then it's very easy to set up. Some of you may have heard of CashFlow portal. We have one of the highest ratings of in terms of customers satisfaction. I think let me just come in here. Give me 1 second. Let me go to the chat and then do G2. So if you folks look at this one, I'm just gonna open up my screen. This is G2, which is a review site for investor portal. And every time when I go to this website, it needs to verify that I'm a real person. Okay. But we pride ourselves in having amazing customer satisfaction. Not sure what's going on here. So we will help you set up your lead capture form and your drip campaign. And if you already have a CRM, we are very happy to migrate those templates over. Okay. And then finally, you can set up the lead capture form, and then whoever investors come in, they will automatically go into the drip campaign. And we actually have something set up that's right after you sign up. Okay, cool. All right. Any kind of questions before I go on to show a quick demo?
I think I'm good.
Great, cool, yeah, awesome. So when you do the lead capture form, you can go to so CashFlow portal is free to sign up. You will sign up, and this is what our CRM looks like. Okay. You can see that these are all my contacts, and these are all my inbound leads. Okay. Now the inbound leads are very, very important because these are the people that you need to take action on. Some of them came through the lead capture form, but some of them actually came through our marketplace. Palace is a marketplace, which I will show toward the end. Okay. And then you can see a list of the capture forms. Let's talk about this one. Let's say website embedded. So this is a embedded. This is what the capture form looks like. You can embed this on your website. Okay. And this is very professional looking. On the settings, you can customize the link. You can add them with a follow-up email, or you can put them into a drip campaign, which is really nice. And then you can give a thank you message and so on. Okay. When people sign up, you can see all the responses here, and you can export them as Excel. Okay. The people who sign up, you can give them whatever tags you like, because, for example, this is the web embedded capture. This could be a free ebook tag, so you can further segment them in the future. And all of this we can help you set up. So you copy this link, and then you come in here. This is what the link looks like. Okay. This is a typical link. Okay. Now you can make it as fancy as you like. So let me give you a very fancy one. So this is a very, very fancy one. This is like, hey, sign this up so you can get a free ebook. And so this is what that looks like. Okay. So I'm gonna use this one, the free ebook one. So do like discover how to invest in 1,000 multifamily units, and this is, if you sign up, you get a free ebook. So I'm gonna do this, and then I'm gonna do Kim, and then cashflowportal.com, and then do Kim, the call like that, and I put in some number, and then like met at the conference. So someone on your website will see this embedded on your website. They will sign up, submit. Okay. Once they submit, they're like, okay, thank you so much. I got your thing, and then be on the lookout for it. So at this point, that person will get a free ebook right here. So this is what that free ebook looks like. This was sent 0 minutes ago, and there's like, hey, free ebook. Hi, dear Kim, thank you for taking the first step. This is what that looks like, and then attached is this free ebook. This is what that looks like. Okay, so you can set this up like this. Okay, this is a beautiful free ebook. You can even get the free ebook for free, like this way. Okay, so now if I go to CRM, Kim just drop into my inbound leads. Okay, so right here, Kim McCall just drop into my inbound leads. It has the appropriate tag already. It has the free ebook, main contact us, our main page, and so on. Okay, and these are the form response that they have entered. Okay, you can add a note. You can say, hey, met them at a conference, like that, and I'm gonna set myself a reminder for end of the month, and then to follow up with them. So when I do that, then of all the reminders, I can see that who I have to follow up on. Okay, so there's that. Then, if you really want, you can actually add a drip campaign. So a drip campaign basically saying that, okay, they fill out the lead capture form, and I'm gonna send them an email, and I'm gonna wait a day, and then I'm gonna send them another email. And this email could be anything you like, and we have all kinds of templates that you can draft that email. Then wait another day, but you can wait as many days as you want, right? And then you send them about another email. So you put them into a 5-day or a 7-day or 12-day, 14-day sequence. Our team is more than happy to help you set this up. Okay, and so there's that. All right. So let me pause there. Maybe any comments or feedback on what you have seen, what you folks have seen so far.
I have a quick question.
Mhm.
So I think Engager.ai also they charge $49 a month. What's the difference between their service and your service?
Well, so first of all, I am surprised that Engager.ai charges $49 a month. Okay. So the biggest difference is that we are integrated into the investor portal. And so by the time when you send out the offering link, they are already familiar with CashFlow portal. And then once they invest, we can use that information to enrich your CRM. So that's the segmentation. The second way that we are differentiated is that we have a lot of real estate templates. So for example, if I come into emails and I want to send out these emails, I can manage templates. And then on the managed templates, we have nurturing emails. We have monthly KPI emails. And we have, so nurturing emails will be like company values, predictions, what are your goals, what's the K1. All of this is included because you can select from. And this library will only grow because it's collectively taking all our customers if they want to contribute these templates to. It's a very capital raising template. The next thing you want to know.
Fee?
I'm sorry?
Do you have upfront fee?
We don't have an upfront fee. We don't have a get started setup fee. It's really easy to just sign up for free. That's correct.
So it's only $49 a month, and then you also design the website, correct? We just need to give you the domain, and you are going to design the website, the whole website, and CRM.
Good question. So great question there. There's another slight difference. Engager.ai. I have respect for Engager, just to be clear, but a lot of these websites are built on top of Go High Level. So you're not really talking to Go High Level. You're talking to the intermediary that want to build their own platform, right? And so that's that. Where we are the platform, we are Go High Level, okay? And so we are constantly adding things to it and so on. Engager.ai has a website builder that is kind of a separate website. Like that's that. And then we don't actually help you create a website. You can give us your website. Usually it's WordPress or Wix or Squarespace. We can go in and we can put the lead capture forms
Or
on your
even
website.
Engager.ar website, right? After building the website with them, you can kick in and then take
Yeah.
it from there. Is that
You
right?
can absolutely do that. Yeah, that's right. Cool. That's right. That's exactly right. Okay. And so, yeah, when you are capital raising, that's where it shines. You have under contract, due diligence completed, webinar reminder, subscription now is open, and da. Okay. So there's that. Now, just note the other benefit is when you're trying to close a deal, you want to be able to send your investors emails as part of a drip campaign based on the status of the deal. For example, if the deal is 80% completed and you need that last push for your investor to fund, if you use a separate CRM, you wouldn't know that the deal is 80% raised. But if the CRM is part of the investor portal, there will be automatic triggers that like this deal is 80% subscribed. So go ahead and send out the emails to those people to nudge them to complete subscribing or to fund their wires. That's the power when they are integrated. If they are not integrated, you can do it. It's just gonna be a lot of like sending the information back and forth yourself. There's that.
Can you send your contact info in the chat?
Oh yeah, absolutely. So the way you want to do this is we have helped a lot of people. So this is this is one website that you can look at like how the CRM can basically integrate with your website. So you have an investor portal here, and then if you get started here, there will be a lead capture form right here. This is what that looks like. You want to know this is backed by CashFlow portal. In the backend, this is CashFlow portal. So let me put the demo link here, and then let me put my email address here. Okay, so I put it in there. So you can schedule a call using the demo link. Just to be clear,
How many people are in your team?
Oh, good question. So I will give me 1 second. So yeah, a little bit about the company. We are a team of 30 people. These are all our like employees. We raised about $8 million from Y Combinator and a bunch of VCs. We have about 700 GPs now and manage about $5 billion of equity under management. Yeah, and then our team is remote, but mostly headquartered in Seattle. Okay.
So you went to Y Combinator, is that right?
Yeah, we're part of YC. That's correct.
Which year did you go there?
Winter 2022. Been 2 years.
Okay.
Yeah.
And it's a SaaS company, is that right? Is it SaaS?
We are a software as a service company. That's correct. Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Okay.
So I want to also, if you go to the pricing page, you will see that you can get started for free. Okay. So it's not $49 to start. It's actually free to start. And then with the free to start, you can see that these are all the things that you have: the capture form, AI generated emails, analytics, templates, reminders, scheduling, and Zapier integration. If you go into the $49, then you have access. Well, first you have more monthly updates. You have drip campaigns. You have white glove context transfer, and then you have deal pipelines and virtual business cards, meaning that a lot of you will have hi hello or link or blink. So we will have a version of that as well, such that when you go to a conference, that's what that looks like. Okay. So there's that. Once you have a deal, I want to show you this other thing here. So once you have a deal, you have to send out what's called investor updates. And we made the investor updates super easy to send. So this is a typical investor update. Okay, this is what that looks like. So you want to be able to enter charts, right? So you can do, the charts are automatically generated. So you can do a KPI, and then I can do a chart. And then the primary metric might be net income. And then this one might be net income budgeted. Okay, net rental income budgeted, and then insert the chart. And then voila, the charts get automatically generated. Okay, so there's that. So this is really useful when you are operating a asset and you want to send out monthly updates to your investors. Because
Hey,
the
quick.
KPI.
Sorry, Perry, quick question. Where is it pulling that data from to generate the charts?
This data is you are inserting it from your T12. And the way you insert it is that you can either copy paste from the T12 or you can upload your T12 and we automatically parse it.
Oh, I like that. Okay.
Correct. Yep. Now let's go into the AI summary. So because they have their numbers, you can actually do a financials of last month. And then the ChatGPT will actually read this and then generate a paragraph for you. These are the real numbers coming from your property. We're using your property's numbers, right? So we are very embedded into real estate syndication. So there's that, okay? Right, so then I want to take a couple steps back. You folks ask more questions first, but maybe I can start from the 10-foot, 100-foot view, which is what is CashFlow Portal with the last 15 minutes and how everything kind of ties together. Okay, but maybe anyone can ask questions first.
What was the palace?
Yeah, great question. So we are a all-in-one solution for alternative investing. We started with the investor portal. Now we're building a CRM. Palace is a separate marketplace. The website is called Palace Investing. And then that allows the GPs to get new investors. We also have underwriting, which I will show in a second. And then finally, we have a banking product that you can earn interest rate on your undeployed capital. Okay, so it's an all-in-one solution. So imagine an investor met you on Palace, which is basically a professional networking website. They will be dropped into your CashFlow Portal CRM. And that's why the source, one of the sources is Palace. This came from your marketplace. Then you can send drip campaigns. On the other hand, you can underwrite deals. Once you like the deal, you already have the business plan. You know how many units you're going to renovate and how much you're going to renovate. We will use ChatGPT to create that email for you out of scratch, okay, from scratch. And then you can send it out. Then you are raising money. When you're raising money, when you 50% subscribe, you can add triggers to send your LPs reminders about like, hey, this is 50% subscribe. Would you like to continue? Or this is 80%, please fund your money or you might lose your spot. So the whole cycle is connected where you go from the lead, and the lead can be coming from all different places. Could be your website lead capture, joining your investor portal, or Palace, which is our marketplace. Our marketplace is growing a lot. Or it can come from your underwriting, okay? And then finally, when you're raising money, that's our bread and butter. That's most of our revenue comes from, which is our investor portal, okay? So with the last maybe 13 minutes, there are two things I want to show you. One is Palace, which is our marketplace, and one is underwriting. Which one would you folks like to see first?
Underwriting.
You want to see underwriting? All right, let's show you underwriting. Cool. And by the way, the underwriting is tied to the CRM in the sense you put your business plan into the underwriting, and we are able to generate your basically your business plan in the email. Okay, so let's try to do underwriting in say 5 minutes. So I'm gonna put in North Haven Terrace and Kim webinar. It's a $32 million purchase price. Okay, click on next. It's built in 1968, and the address is 2800 Jersey Circle. Okay, so I created this underwriting. I'm gonna come in here. The first thing it will ask me to do is upload my rent roll so that I can parse the rent roll. Okay, so all of this right now is empty. There's no rent roll, no closing costs, no T12, no income, no expenses. All the expenses are blank. So let's try to do this in 5 minutes. Gonna generate rent roll, and then I'm gonna download the sample rent roll. I'm gonna drag and drop this sample rent roll here. I automatically identify this rent roll, and then I'm gonna parse it. So upload. Now the rent roll is parsed. If I click into it, all of those units got pivoted. These are all the types. These are all the units. Okay. I can look at the insights of all those of those units. So I can see that what are the rents and what is the range of these rents. I can see when the leases end, so I can do my business plan according to it. Okay. If I look at the unit mix, I can see that the rent is automatically populated. The pro forma rent is automatically populated. We're just taking the highest rent of that unit type. The increase is there. You can change it if you want. I'm going to change this to 1600 and I'm going to save it. These are all my units, the pie chart. And then these are all the rent statistics. Okay. This is a pro forma. Closing costs, I'm going to do either a origination fee of 0.5%. So some of this I can do 0.5% of the loan price. Some of it I can just do a fixed $80,000. $80,000. Okay, so 80,000 like that. Go ahead and save it. Great. For the CapEx, I can do a cost per unit. So I'm $7,000 to renovate each of the units. And then there are 200 units that I want to renovate. Go ahead and save it. On the finance, 1.4 million is the unfinanced rehab, but $1 million of that is going to be financed. So 400K will be unfinanced. I can save that. And then these are the interest rates, working capital, acquisition fee. You can put that in. Now, at this point, I am making a ton of money because this is a really, really high IRR because I haven't put in my expenses yet. I'm going to upload my T12 so that I can pre-populate all of these expenses. Coming to T12, upload the T12. We can parse both PDFs and Excel sheets. So I'm going to drag and drop this T12 here, and I'm going to save it. And then we automatically parse it. So if I go to expenses now, all of these numbers will be parsed. Okay. And then we can tell you if this is within the range or not within the range. So you can change it if you want to. Say, for example, property management fee is actually a percentage of the total income. So it's a 3% of the total income usually. Okay. And then for the income, we put in 3% in terms of rent growth. We put in the economic vacancy. This is the total income, and this is the income growth. Okay. Now the modeling. If you look at the modeling, you can see that this is a 21% IRR, but that's assuming a 5% cap rate. So if I change the cap rate to 6.5%, it's not looking at it will be a 68% IRR, right? So this is what a pro forma looks like. I can export this underwriting into a spreadsheet. I can change my GP-LP split, and I can change the asset management fee and any acquisition costs and so on. And so there's that. Now, how is this tied to the CRM? Is that you have this business plan. You can export it into a investor spreadsheet, investor PDF, and then you can send out emails based on your business plan. So that's why everything is tied together. Yeah, let me pause there. Any comments or questions? Someone?
Yeah, so sorry. So the underwriting that includes on the free one or with the $49 or the 99, or it's a separate
Oh,
fee?
good question. So, that's a great question. So I want to be a little bit specific. Kim didn't want to confuse everyone, so
I
they
see.
say, you coming for CRM. Just to be clear, there are 3 products on CashFlow portal. There's the investor portal, which if you don't raise any money right now, it's free to use. Then there's the CRM that we have a free version. And then if you send in more than 5,000 email, 200 emails, then it's $49 a month. And then there's the underwriting, which is $79 per month. Okay, so there are 3 different products. So they don't exactly cross overlay. But if you use all 3 of them, then it's a very powerful suite.
Got it. And then the rent rolls in the T12, that one came from the broker, and you just upload them, right? It doesn't matter if it's Excel or PDF.
Exactly. And if we couldn't parse them, then we made an effort that we will parse them in 48 hours, meaning that there will be someone manually parsing it for you if we couldn't parse it. But we're gonna improve our AI so that it's a generic AI at this point. So Naeem, you live in the Bay Area. So the reason that we are very what's the best way to put it? We are very confident in our ability to do the right engineering tasks is that if you click into, say, this person, Andrew, we have like 8 interns this summer. He went to MIT, like basically a perfect GPA at MIT. And then we have Mina. Mina also went to MIT. He represented his country, which is Egypt, in the International Math Olympia. So these are the types of engineers that we work with. So yeah, we are very, very confident that we can create a generic AI that can parse your arbitrary RAN rows and T12s.
Which school did you go to?
I went to Duke.
Okay.
Yeah, I went to Duke. Yeah, that's right. Yeah. And so, yeah, so that's what it is. Yeah. In fact, out of all the products we have, CRM is the one that is actually the least mature. But it's the thing that you can get started with. Yeah. All right. So with the 5 minutes left, I know I don't have much time. Let me talk to you about Palace. This is what Palace looks like. Build real estate wealth through community. LPs coming here to look for GPs. And last week, we actually have 2 investments, 150K each through Palace. So why does it matter for you, the GP? You can create a profile and basically get free investors. Expectation-wise, you're going to raise exactly $0 from Palace, so don't expect anything. And that's why we don't charge anything. But you can build connections with these LPs, okay? Our mission is to actually elevate and celebrate great LPs. So this is an LP-facing website. CashFlow Portal is a completely different brand. They have to be 2 different websites. So we don't steal from each other's GPs, LPs. We don't do that, okay? So we don't do that. How it works is that you can access to 157 GPs with verified track records, okay? And so you can verify them through the community because we have ratings and reviews. And then for the LPs, we also have the ability to upload your webinar deck, and then out will come a scorecard of like how good is the location, how good is their income projections, and so on. Okay, and then let's see what that looks like. So if I click on the GPs, this is a list of GPs that we have. We have some LP favorites. We have some most responsive. We have all these GPs. Okay, so a lot of these you folks might even recognize. Okay, let's go into the LP favorites. So like Good Egg Investment is part of it. So Neo Bawa is actually one of our customers. So let's go into this person, Granite Towers. Granite Towers has about 81 connections. They have $350 million of assets under management. This is their track record, 75% annualized return on this particular deal that went full cycle. This is 100% return on this is a full cycle deal. These are all the other deals they done, and now I can look at more deals if I want to. Okay, if I like what I see, I can connect with them. Or I can actually refer any one of you to them. So for example, maybe Nadine, let me just do this right here. Pharaoh Kenia, and then you can put your emails address here, and then I can say Nain, meet Granite Towers, meet Dan and Mike. They are a reputable GP in Texas, and then Dan and Mike, Nain is a upcoming is a emerging GP in the SF area. You folks should chat. I will let you take it from here. So I'll do this. And then maybe Nain, you can put your email address in the chat or send it to me privately. I can just send a referral to that. So you can see we are building this beautiful platform that allows. So when I do that, okay, when someone does that to you, that person will land on the CFP CRM. So our CRM is just like any other CRM. There's nothing special about CRM. CRM is very easy to build. There are like 200 companies building a CRM. But the difference is that where can it read from? And it can read from all our products. So when I invade it, Nain, you're going to see an email on that. Okay, so that's referral. Now, once you connect with them, then Granite Towers, your contact will be dropped into Granite Tower CRM, and so that's how that works. I know we only have 1 minute left. We'll be back in the zone. But any comments there? I know there was a whirlwind of all the products.
How did you get into this equity exchange meetup?
How did I get into equity exchange, or how did I get into syndication myself?
No, this meetup.
Oh, because I met Kim through the MFM, a multi-family mastermind.
So you are not part of MFM, correct?
We have a lot of clients, they're members, and we were a sponsor in the last event in Orlando.
I see.
Yeah, that's right.
Are you a sponsor yourself?
I am a sponsor. You can actually look at my track record on Palace. So far, my track record has been good, and that's how I get started with the whole business. Is that I've been a GP, raised about $25 million across 4 syndications, and all my syndications initially is all pen and paper, and then I started developing my own software on it. And now I'm no longer a GP due to just conflict of interest, perceived conflict of interest. So I'm no longer a GP. But we are building a community that helps GPs raise more money, be more efficient with the CRM.
How many competitors do you have?
I'm sorry?
How many competitors do you have?
We have like 12 competitors. Yeah. There is, but nobody else is doing CRM really, and nobody else is doing underwriting or banking. And I know like this is not our fault, just to be clear. Our G2 website, we have the best ratings right now, and mostly due to our customer success, like customer support. We are very, very good with customer support.
Sorry to jump in. We've got about 15 seconds left, but we will have networking breakout rooms. And so, if you all just want to jump back into a breakout room a little bit later to pepper Perry with more questions.
Excellent. Sounds great.
Yeah. So we'll be back in the main room here in just a second.
Hello, can you guys hear me?
We sure can. Hello,
Okay.
hello.
Yes.
Good to see y'all again. Oh, I didn't realize that Kim was gonna just stuff us all in a room and make us talk to each other.
Yeah.
So Paul, sorry if you had any questions for Perry on the CashFlow portal stuff, but you got his contact info, so you can always reach out to him directly.
Yeah. Where's everybody from?
Minnesota.
Minnesota.
St. Louis, Missouri.
Missouri. Okay. M states.
Hey, Lovely.
I'm in California,
All right.
so it's early.
It is. Yeah. Thank you for spending your early Saturday morning with us. We always give honor to those on the West Coast.
Well, I've met a couple people in Hawaii and they're feeling very left out on all the things, but
Oh, wow.
I was like, yeah, I'm not sure I could get up that early, 4 a.m. to get on here. So
For sure. So where are you all in your various real estate journey? I mean, so first of all, we make the assumption everybody's in real estate because of the networks that we're in, but just curious kind of, where you all are in that investing journey.
I'll go first if no one else wants to.
Go for it.
I'm actually with my son, we're partnered, but he's at work right now. He delivers bounce houses on the weekend. But,
Oh, nice.
But yeah, we've been doing multifamily mindset training and in their mentorship program. And so we've probably been doing it like 6 months or so. And we're raising on our first deal out of Georgia. So we're learning on the job, but we've been, drinking from a fire hose as far as all the info so far. So yeah, that's where I'm at.
I'm kind of just still into it. I'm still kind of getting like soft investments that I'm kind of like wanting to feed up to somebody in one of the teams. But before I got into multifamily, probably about 3 months ago, I took those courses and bought the 2-week course and the 2-day after that. I just went through all my licensing for electrical because I'd been a union electrician for like 13 years. So I didn't really have like the multifamily in mind, but then I'd seen all the Instagram and I was like, well, someone's out there making more money and someone knows about tax shelters more than me and tax code. I was like, I just got to meet the right people. So then I went to that, and then like it seemed like a funnel system. I was like, well, it seems like there's more people here that know exactly what I was thinking of. So I just kept going with it. I was like, well, I don't want to keep doing hourly. And I was like, well, you were trying to be an electrical, your own electrical shop. But I was like, do you really want to do that now? I was like, my foot was halfway in the door. So I finished the licensing class. So I got the licensing test. But now I just want to know thoroughly about LLCs and stuff before I like start that one form of income. Because I'm kind of fine doing like a one-man thing right now, like service work. I'm kind of overloaded right now with side work because I was taking a call on the bookkeeping thing earlier, and I was like, I got to call you back later. I was like, I'll handle that today. But I was like, just, give me like an hour. So I'm just kind of like all over the place right now. I'm trying to keep all my receipts now, feeling like bookkeeping is really important. But I am just trying to get more people to invest. But I meet more guys in construction that I think I can convert to investing because I know that mindset. I know their lingo. I know how they think. I know where their money is. I know where their money's going. And they don't want to be right where I don't want to be. So it's like, it's an easy conversation to have. Like, and I meet more guys that are in single family and the lower end of multifamily. And like, once I talk to them about, they're like, all I really need to do is like say multifamily, but like, if I feel like I had more of like a connection in the circle, I could even give people soft limited partners right now. Maybe not fully accredited, but some unaccredited. Because some of them just have, you know what I'm saying? But other than that, I'm just kind of absorbed with work, trying to get as much tax stuff and as I can, and then trying to vet new CPAs right now as we talk. Like just after I got my taxes done, I was like, oh my God, I can't have that happen again this year. I just felt like I just got taken for a fool. So I'm just like, that's pretty much it where I'm at. But yeah, once I can get my foot more out the door, I feel like I really just want to be a limited partner, honestly. Like now that I know that it's out there.
Yeah, for sure. Paul or Wendy, where are y'all at? Well, Wendy's
Hey.
outside
Wendy.
enjoying sunshine.
Yeah, I am
That's
outside.
where she is.
I'm outside.
Good to see you again, Wendy.
Hey, good to see you, Mel. Good to see you. I'm enjoying, this day out with the kids. I try to keep them out. They're officially off for summer break here in Atlanta. I'm in Atlanta. And let's see. So where are we at with our business? So closing on a deal in Texas with a sponsor. We are in the middle of closing right now, so that's the big win, huge win for us.
Awesome.
We feel like we've been working so hard to get on our capital raising target here to learn. It's all been a learning journey, and so far it's been wonderful. It does feel like you're drinking from a fire hose, Rochelle. Like, I definitely agree. It's been crazy raising kids summer, doing all the things, and still running the business. But it's all been I think an opportunity to grow, and we're looking at more deals. So hopefully this year, it looks like this is going to be our big year so far. I'm excited. And then just learning and collaborating and partnering and getting on these calls. So it's wonderful because this is my first time jumping on these Saturday calls. Usually I'm in the office on Saturday. So I'm glad I was able to make today. It's good to
Awesome.
see you, Mel.
Yeah, likewise. All right, Paul, you got the floor for the last minute and a half. Where are you at in your journey?
I've been kind of off and on in this thing. My last decade of life, I guess, has been spent being a caregiver for my mom. So it's been a tough journey for me to make the leap into multifamily. I think that's where my mind has wanted to go. But it's been a tough thing getting my body to to get disciplined enough to get into it. So I think these meetings are really a perk in the right direction. Like Perry's software is probably going to come in pretty handy. The mindset thing is big. It's really, really big. And so just getting out of bed to do this is like, okay, got to do this. Got to do it now. And
Yep.
it's not as bad as people in California or Hawaii, but I'm in Minnesota, so I'm used to getting up at 9.
Well, I'm just south of you, right? I mean, I'm in Chicago, so
Okay.
yeah, I get it. It's a little bit earlier than our East Coasters, you know, but yeah, I mean, there's always so many events going on throughout the week, and looks like we're getting ready to shut it down. But yeah, I mean, join these things because it's free networking, it's free chances to hear from others and learn different strategies and ways that you can be successful in the industry and just build up that list of contacts of people that you can reach out to and bounce ideas off of. So that's why I like joining these and other events, or I like, co-hosting this and joining other events just to figure out what I don't know yet, because there's always more to learn. So that's
Yeah.
the exciting part.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And thanks for having them.
No problem. No problem. We're just always thrilled that people actually show up because it is Saturday morning, right? And we've all got things to do with our family. Like I hear my kids running around. I'm pretty sure they're going to be excited when I get out of my office and off of this call. So, we all got stuff going on, especially on a Saturday morning. So we're just always happy when people actually come and partake. And we hope that we can continue to bring good speakers to the group so that you all can actually, even more than just networking with other individuals, but also truly hear about some products or services or strategies that are going to be beneficial for you. Yep.
Appreciate your time.
Yeah,
That's
no worries.
awesome. Thank you, Mel.
No
Thanks, man.
worries, no worries. So we've
Like
got
your glasses, by the way.
oh, thank you. Thank you. I appreciate it. I didn't think they'd be as nice as they were, and I got them. They were actually really cheap online, and they've become a little bit iconic. So now I'm like, I better get a
Yeah.
backup pair just in case.
Sounds good.
Yeah. But we'll be back in the main room here in just a few seconds, and then if you want to stick around, we'll shake up all the rooms one more time to jump into another room with people that you can network with and hear their journeys and stories, and we'll be done for the day.
Okay.
All right. Hang tight.
Thank you, Kim.
Thank you. Thank you. I'll recreate the rooms. I'm sorry, they might have been a little bit big. So it's kind of hard, right? Like we get feedback with, hey, the rooms are too big and there's, you only give us 10 minutes and there's a couple minutes. So then you guys are going to have to limit. You have to really be strategic with your time, right? Like I get 1 minute to talk, right? So sorry about that. I can make them smaller. But this will probably be, let's take a group shot now. I didn't with when the speakers are here because I totally forgot. So let's take a group photo. Let me find my mouse. Okay. So thanks again for coming on a Saturday. Here we go. All right, ready? 3, 2, 1, cheese. Love it.
I'm going to have to jump off too, Kim.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, absolutely. Come back, bring a friend next time. If you guys can do that. I don't know what happened. Like our very first call was up there and then we're about half that. So we're going to have to put our heads together. If you guys have any feedback, please just email us. And we'll make things happen. But if you could bring a friend, like when you go to church, invite a friend. So invite someone. Let me give you a heads up. So when you're live, I want to be able to give you live. Otherwise, I'll send out an email for our next speakers. But on the doc, we have a business systems coach. Mel, maybe she's like an author. She's like marketing too, right? Or like go ahead. What can you tell us about her?
Yeah. So next time we'll have Stacy Rask. She helps people build business systems, So we've talked about like CRMs and portals and stuff. She actually helps people build and customize their own things, or acts as a consultant to help you glue the pieces together. A lot of times we get dumped into all these different tools and we don't really know how to exactly put them together. She has a really good systems mindset, but also really good at marketing and just self-development in general. So all around a really good person you all will want to hear from.
Yeah, I read her bio. I was like, oh my goodness, what hasn't she done? She's awesome.
Right.
Sounds amazing. I can't wait to meet her. We also, and I will make sure to confirm, she put it on her. I had to book this lady. I wanted her on call 1. So she's been booked out for 3 months plus, but Julie Ann Peterson. So I don't know, like whenever you guys started your journey, we go to the MFM meetings as well, but oh my, this was the one. Like this meetup was the one that I'd go to every time. I just learned so much from her. So, you know, Lord, please
She's
be
awesome.
yeah, like I called her and asked, and she was like, well, and we looked at her schedule month after month, and so she could finally come in July. So I'm super excited about her. And then Michelle, you want to introduce your guy too? No introduction needs to be made. We all know him, love him. You're on mute still.
Remind me, what is it, July? It's next month, right? Okay.
Yeah, next month.
Yes, so next month, I had the privilege of getting Edmund Chen, a capital raiser debonair extraordinaire, to our meetup. So I'm really excited about that. I think, you know, like a lot of people loved him at peak. And so I'm pretty sure he's gonna bring the same energy, the same wisdom to everyone who's coming in to our meetup next month. Just looking forward to that.
Don't miss him.
Yeah, definitely have some
Yeah, he's the best capital raising coach that I've ever listened to. He really nails down what you need to do, how you need to do it, the rooms you need to be in. He is so good at helping identify your avatar and all that, and how to talk to people. Don't miss it.
All right. I'm gonna recreate these rooms. So that's if you're live, I definitely like to invite you guys or let you guys know ahead of time before everyone else. We'll get the marketing out for sure, but I'm going to open these up and it'll be the last breakout room before we end this day. So those are all ready for you guys.
Where did everybody go? Well. Maybe I'll jump into.
From
you know where Silver Spring area is?
No, so I lived in Northern Virginia for a little while, and then my son was just playing lacrosse out there in Maryland in Bel Air. Do you know where Bel Air is?
Yeah, that's a little
cute little place.
Yeah, it's like near Baltimore and stuff. Yeah.
Okay.
Like
Yeah.
a little out there. Yeah.
Yeah, he said him and his roommates, like they went to Baltimore and it was a different world. And it's funny
Yeah, it
because,
is.
like people out there think that Sacramento is ghetto. Like, I don't know why. So they were always calling him Sacramento. And I like thought it was gang infested here. And I'm like, maybe Oakland, not Sacramento. Like, but I just thought it was funny that they all thought that Sacramento was ghetto, but then a lot of them live near Maryland or Baltimore.
Baltimore. Yeah.
And so
Baltimore
when
has
he went into Baltimore, he's like, Baltimore's just like, going into any big city. I don't know why they thought
Yeah.
Sacramento was crazy when Baltimore is parts of it are pretty crazy. So
Yeah, Baltimore is like an unclaimed child in Maryland. And it's like its own city. It's so crazy because it's in Maryland and it's a regular city just like any other city. But I actually live in DC, but I grew up in this DMV area.
Oh, okay. I loved living near there. We lived in do you know where Leesburg and Ashburn are? It's about 45
Yeah,
minutes from
Virginia.
DC.
Yeah.
I love living there so I could drive into DC all the time and do all the
Yeah, you
things.
can go to everywhere. I love
Yeah.
it, but I don't know. Sometimes I get an itch to want to move somewhere else just to experience another area. I lived in
Yeah.
LA for a bit, but it was
Yeah.
but I always come back.
Yeah.
I'm coming back. Hey Mel, my name's Abir. This is my
Hey,
first
Abir.
equity exchange meeting today.
Very good. Well,
Yeah,
thanks again for joining us.
of course.
Yep, you're doing the right thing, trying to find all the different places you can meet people
Yeah.
and all the different places you could learn. That's what I do. It gets tiring, but I feel like I've learned a lot doing that, just being on everything. Anything that's available to you, just jump on it.
Yeah, no, I will. I learned a lot today, especially with the crowdfunding. That was interesting. I
Yeah.
didn't know that you can have an unlimited number of investors just enter a crowd fund. I thought because we learned about the 506C and all those regulations and the 35 not accredited, but it was just interesting to get other insights on that. So
Yeah. Are you mostly doing capital raising or what do you want to do the most?
oh, I haven't even done my first deal, and DJ informed us that capital raising is the fastest way to get on a deal. So me and my business partner Naya, it's her dad's birthday today, so she wasn't able to join. But we've been tasked after we finish Path to just start looking to capital raise.
Yeah.
That's the thing. I don't know. What do you guys suggest?
I'm
What's
doing that too. We're doing a lot of capital raising, and I read Hunter Thompson's book.
Mhm.
So if you're looking for books on capital raising, I haven't read a lot, but that one I really liked. I felt like he gave a pretty good overall. He does have free stuff. Like if you just wanted to go onto his Instagram or his Facebook and just
Mhm.
kind of do some of his free classes about capital raising. But
Okay.
I really liked his book because it went into more depth about things. And even though I read the whole book and he said, this is just a slight overview, I was like, wait, there's more because it's a lot. It's just a lot.
Yeah.
But I felt like that book gave a pretty good overview for anybody that's trying to capital raise.
What is it called?
So his name is Hunter Thompson.
No, I wrote his name down. What is
Oh,
the book?
okay. So he always does it's called Raise Fest in Arizona. Well, I don't know if they're always going to do it in Arizona, but a lot of times I think he does it in Arizona once a year. And it's people come there to learn about capital raising and to find other investors. So he does that huge event and he has a book and he has training you can buy and all products related to capital raising, basically. But if you just want to look up his book or look up his free training, it's probably just Hunter Thompson. I'm guessing he has some kind of website.
Yeah, I'll just put I'm not an affiliate or anything, but I just put the link to his book on Amazon. It's Raising Capital for Real Estate. I've got it. It's on my list to read. Before I read this one, I read a book by Rob Beardsley on how to structure debt on a apartment complex because raising capital is, I mean, you got to get people to invest, but also knowing how you're actually going to structure the money to purchase the deal is important as well. So Rob Beardsley is another one that kind of you could add to your list just to learn how structuring debt and raising equity works. A lot of times we're going after individual investors, accredited or non-accredited, or even crowdfunding, as we've learned today. But another avenue is private equity. And so the team that I'm on, we're actually in due diligence on about 400 doors right now. And we're looking at the private equity route as opposed to going out to individual investors and convincing them to invest in a deal. Getting a private equity investor is like basically getting a person that has multiple millions of dollars, if not billions, and using them to purchase it, and then our team manages the property, so that way we can split the returns appropriately. But you
Okay.
can learn those different strategies in that book by Rob Beardsley.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then I met somebody that went to Fund Launch, which I had heard of it, but I didn't know about it. And he said he likes going to Fund Launch because then you only meet one or two people that have funds, and kind of like what you're saying, it's like you have one person that you're like, hey, bring your fund, we're done,
Yep.
So I think there's different ways you can, try to find the money. You don't have to just go for those accredited investors,
Yeah.
I have found that even though we were doing a lot of capital raising and meeting a lot of people, I was like, we had an opportunity to get on a deal that it kind of happened really fast with this one sponsor. We ended up saying no because we didn't like the returns. We felt like they were low. And then this guy was more of a buy and hold. So he didn't want to do the whole value add strategy, which is what we had been telling our investors that we were looking for. And so he also didn't want to we originally said, hey, it's our first deal. Can you help us kind of mentor us through it and help us work on it and stuff? And he said yes. But then when we got more into it, he has employees that write his investor relations emails and do all these things. And so we were like, and then he wanted us to bring, this is complicated, but he wanted us to bring risk capital to make it legal. So basically he just wanted us to raise money and walk away, and he would do everything. And we wanted to learn, our long-term goal is to be able to learn all of it. And so that would be kind of a waste of our time. Plus the returns were low. So we just ended up saying no to that one. But so that kind of opened my eyes a little bit. I was like, you know what, I need to understand the underwriting better. And so I've been trying to do underwriting too, because number one, it'll help you explain the deal to your investors so that, you're able to capital raise better because you understand exactly the deal when you're explaining it. But then also it helps you to be able to be like, okay, we can source deals too, right? So if you can source a deal, then you can bring it to a sponsor plus your investors. So it just sort of makes it easier for you to get on deals than just capital raising. Does that make sense?
Yeah. He said DJ is our coach, by the way, Mel. I was telling Rochelle.
Yeah, I heard you.
Yeah, I'm sorry. But he was saying do all three, but capital raising is the fastest way to get on it. But somebody mentioned in the last breakout room, it's a guy who does underwriting classes or meetups. Charles Seaman.
What's his name?
Charles Seaman on Saturdays at 4.
Haven't heard of that one.
Yeah, Kevin King. You guys know Kevin King? He was in this. Yeah, he said that there's a Charles Seaman who does underwriting at 4 p.m. Let's put it down.
Oh, is it 4 p.m. Eastern?
Yes, I think.
Okay, so I signed up. I think I signed up for that. It was like CashFlow or something, but I signed up for it. It's 3 hours.
Oh shoot, really?
Yeah.
That's a deep dive.
And I was like, that's fine. Like for me, it's at 1 because I'm in California. So I signed up for it, and then it said it was like 3 hours. I'm like, oh, well, I guess I could do that. Like I'm trying to get better at it, so why not? I guess I'm not getting anything else done today. I'm just gonna be on underwriting. Because I have an event tonight. The people in my area are doing a get together, so I'm just gonna spend all day.
He said that they go through the deal, so I think maybe that's why it's that long. They go through an entire deal and they'll do
I think so,
Yeah.
because I've been on underwriting study groups, and 1 or 2 hours isn't enough to go through the whole thing. So
Not usually. No.
yeah.
Yeah. And if it's recorded, then it's something good to go back to. If you register for it and get the recording, you could always break it up in chunks on your own.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Well, we got about 10 seconds before we get kicked out. So pleasure to meet both of you.
Yeah, nice
hopefully
to
we can
meet
see
you.
you again in July for our next one.
Okay.
Thank
All right.
you.
See y'all in the main room.
Yay. So yeah, no, reach out anytime. I didn't talk to you just because I was there, but all right, everybody. I'm for sure gonna be late picking up the kids now, so I'll probably be in trouble. They'll give me dirty looks, but they'll be fine. I'll get them some ice cream or something. Thank you guys for coming. I know it's Saturday, and I'm really just doing it. So, we were just talking about on our team meeting, there's multiple networking events every day of the week. And sometimes I get so excited, I'm like, oh, let's have this person talk, but they won't talk on a Saturday. Like, maybe we should have this more than once. And Mel's like, hey, let's not dominate. We'll let everyone have their meetups, and we'll just focus on giving you quality. If we don't get to everybody, hey, there's always be another Saturday. Shoot us anybody that you want to hear from, and then we'll be reaching out. But we're always thinking about you guys and what will propel you more. So all right, that's all I got. Anybody? Michelle, Mel, anybody? Good.
Have a happy Saturday.
Everybody's here. Happy Saturday, everyone.
Have a good day, you
everyone.
guys.
Goodbye. Thank you.
Bye.
See ya.
Thank you.
Mel.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye.